Here at the Naval Museum, the Confederate flag is a symbol of Southern heritage. But here at the NAACP, they say that the flag stands for something much more sinister. These toy bikes are all that are left after a family has been forced to leave their home due to gun violence. University officials say that 60% of this tree is dead. They also add the appearance of it is unacceptable. The cameras would be an upgrade to Auburn police cruisers. Public safety says it's not just a necessity for the public, but for law enforcement as well. These donated gowns may look ordinary here at New Horizons, but the potential they have to make someone feel good is nothing short of extraordinary. Damaged trees and damaged buildings may take a quick time to repair. However, the lives affected by Monday's storm could take a little while longer. This is the revised ordinance that was unanimously passed by Eufaula City Council in regards to animal tethering, and residents are glad to see a change. These are just some of the 1,400 drug cases that have been backlogged in Houston County. A bar fight that occurred Thursday morning here at the Buck Wild Saloon has left 3 people in the hospital, 2 in critical condition. Due to increasing temperatures, dozens of animals right behind me are passing out and some even dying of heat stroke. These days, most 16-year-olds dream about getting their driver's license and experiencing the freedom of the open road. But not Isaiah Cooper. His eyes are on the friendly skies.
I live right across the street from the Compton Airport, so watching the planes go in and out, I loved it. And once I found out I was in a program, I enrolled and I was 5. The minimum age was 7, but I was maturer than others at that time, so I was accepted.
With 10 years of experience in the air, Isaiah wasn't content with just piloting as a hobby. Now, he's shooting for the record books.
So this year, well, right now, I'm trying to break the record to be the first African American at the age of 16 to fly around the United States.
When he completes this journey, next year Isaiah aims to become the youngest African American man to travel around the world. Though Isaiah may soon soar into the record books, his main goal in flying is showing others that it's not where you come from that matters, but rather where the wind takes you.
Be an inspiration to other kids and let them know that they can achieve their dreams at such a young age, and that to inspire others, telling them that they can also change everybody's perception of themselves and their city.
Keeping it local in Dothan, Jonathan Thomas, WDHN. He's been called one of the internet's biggest supervillains.
Feminism is cancer. Thank you very much.
Milo Yiannopoulos, an alt-right journalist and self-proclaimed internet troll, has sparked controversy during his tour of college campuses. His sharp-witted, politically incorrect delivery has sparked many protests throughout the country. On August 30th, it was announced that Milo will make a stop on the plains. However, you may not see any protests.
Milo, Milo, go away!
So important, especially in the realm of academia, even though we may not accept his viewpoints, even though we may not agree, but we need to be at least welcoming of other people's thoughts and ideas. Of course, we don't accept and we do not condone the violence sometimes that is incited by his I don't know what you want to call them, by his visits, his speeches, or whatever you want to call those. But we do want to welcome other people's perspectives and viewpoints, even though we may not agree.
In an interview with the Auburn Plainsman, College Republican President Cole Davis said that our organization believes that American universities should be centers for debate, new ideas, and intellectual freedom. To many, Milo has become the hero of the free speech and free thought movement that is circulating among young conservatives across the U.S. If you want to see for yourself, Milo Yiannopoulos will be speaking on October 7th at 7 p.m. in Foy Hall. In Auburn, Jonathan Thomas, Eagle Eye TV.
I like to think of myself as a virtuous troll, I'm doing God's work.
On Friday afternoon, the Alabama Senate approved Governor Robert Bentley's bill for a state lottery. The bill was approved one day after the Senate effectively blocked another, more complex lottery bill sponsored by State Senator Jim McClendon, which also touched on contentious issues like electronic lottery terminals at racetracks. Although the Senate approved the bill by a margin of 21 to 12, there are some skeptics out there who believe that the lottery harms more than helps. Salon.com contributor Stephen Rosenfeld published an article regarding state lottery, writing that lotteries are ultimately detrimental to the people, stating that they hurt the poor and take billions out of the economy.
The thing with Governor Bentley's proposal for a lottery, I'm skeptical of his proposal, because I don't know if the money is exactly going to go toward the programs that he really wants to affect.
As Governor Bentley's bill was originally written, all lottery revenue would have gone to the state's general fund. But the chamber voted by a margin of 22-7 to approve a last-minute amendment proposed Friday night by Senate Majority Leader Greg Reed to designate 10% of potential lottery revenue to the Education Trust Fund. With the clock ticking, however, the House of Representatives will need at least 63 yeas to get the amendment on the ballot in November. In Auburn, Jonathan Thomas, Eagle Eye TV.
Say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
It's been more than 50 years since Governor Wallace's speech sent shockwaves throughout the state. Though time has passed, some citizens tend to forget this statement and look to more innocent times. In order to truly understand the state of Alabama's history, the Auburn University Theater Department is looking at the good and the bad with their original production, The Integration of Tuskegee High School. Adapted by Dr. Tessa Carr, the production tells the story of the first integrated high school in the state of Alabama.
This production has been very emotional for many people who've worked on it. Myself, I grew up in LaGrange, Georgia, so only 45 miles from here. And I, like many other Southern students, did not really learn about the history of civil rights and the history of segregation in terms of how it affected our school systems.
Notable characters include civil rights attorney Fred Gray and the ever-outspoken Wilma Jones Scott.
One of the most interesting things that I found when researching Miss Wilma was the way she was not afraid to tell the truth of how she really felt, what really happened, and just her willingness to be truthful and honest in everything that she was saying.
The cast and crew of The Integration of Tuskegee High School hopes that the production will start a conversation about race relations in the Southeast. In Auburn, Jonathan Thomas, Eagle Eye TV.
One of these days, hallelujah.